Welcome back to Carbeats. Today, we're looking at something that's rewriting the rulebook. Imagine the DNA of a supercar, the roar of a V12, the seductive curves of Italian craftsmanship, and then inject that into an SUV. Not just any SUV, but Ferrari's first foray into the high-performance utility space. And now, imagine that already groundbreaking machine taken to the edge of automotive insanity by one of the most polarizing names in the tuning world, Mansory. That's what we're bringing you today, the 2025 Mansory Ferrari Purosangue. Bold, brutal, beautiful, and probably unlike anything else on the road right now. To understand just how radical this transformation is, we need to take a step back and appreciate the origins of the Purosangue. When Ferrari announced it was entering the SUV market, fans around the world held their breath. For over 75 years, Ferrari had stood as a symbol of unfiltered performance, mid-engine exotics, track-honed suspension, V8s and V12s screaming on racetracks. An SUV. That sounded like heresy to many. But then the Purosangue arrived. And it wasn't just good, it was astonishing. It wasn't trying to be a Range Rover rival or a Lamborghini Urus competitor. It was something altogether different. More graceful, more balanced, more Ferrari. Under its sculpted hood, Ferrari planted a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12, sending 715 horsepower to all four wheels. No turbochargers, no hybrid boost. Just pure, old-school Italian muscle. The transmission, an 8-speed dual-clutch box mounted at the rear for perfect 50-50 weight distribution. The ride, thanks to a trick-active suspension system co-developed with Multimatic, the Purosangue cornered like no SUV ever had before. It was as if Ferrari had taken everything it knew about supercars and remixed it into something taller, more spacious, yet just as exhilarating. But that's only half the story. Enter Mansory, the German tuner known for pushing automotive design to the edge of audacity. If Ferrari represents the gentleman in a tailored Italian suit, Mansory is the rebel crashing the party in carbon fiber armor. And when Mansory gets its hands on a Ferrari, it doesn't hold back. The 2025 Mansory Purosangue is not subtle. It doesn't whisper. It roars. It dares. It turns heads at 60 miles per hour and breaks necks when parked. From the moment you see it, you know this is no ordinary Ferrari. Let's talk visuals. The entire exterior has been overhauled. The stock Purosangue is already sleek and muscular, but Mansory turns up the aggression to 11. The front end is now dominated by a massive carbon fiber splitter, angular new air intakes, and a sculpted hood with aggressive vents that seem to snarl at the road ahead. Every panel feels like it's been sharpened for speed, more aerodynamic, more imposing, more intense. The headlights, previously elegant and minimalist, now feel like predator eyes. There's a menacing geometry to the design, a sense that this vehicle isn't just built for performance, but for intimidation. Move to the side profile, and the enhancements continue. Extended side skirts sit lower to the ground, carved from forged carbon and integrated with air channels for downforce. The fenders bulge with authority, wrapping around enormous 24-inch forged wheels finished in either matte black or brushed aluminum, depending on the spec. Even the mirrors are re-sculpted in carbon, with sleeker, almost dagger-like designs. Everything about the side view screams purpose. But Mansory isn't done. At the rear, the madness is fully unleashed. A double-tiered carbon fiber diffuser takes center stage, flanked by quad exhaust tips with blue titanium burnt finishes that look like they belong on a fighter jet. A custom roof-mounted spoiler and secondary ducktail lip. Spoiler add aerodynamic drama while completing the motorsport-inspired look. The taillights are slightly smoked, and every surface has either been replaced or overlaid with high-grade carbon fiber. The paint options. Anything but subtle. Satin gray with lime green accents, gloss black with gold trim, or even wild two-tone schemes that look like they came from a sci-fi movie. The finish is loud, but the craftsmanship is surgical. Mansory doesn't just add parts. It redesigns entire sections of the car with obsessive detail. Now, let's open the door and step inside. The cabin of the Purosangue is already luxurious by Ferrari standards, wrapped in soft leather, trimmed with aluminum and carbon, with a clean horizontal dashboard that puts everything in reach. But Mansory goes full couture. The entire interior is retrimmed in hand-stitched Alcantara and perforated leather, often in contrasting colors that match the exterior highlights. You'll find diamond quilted patterns on the seats, the door panels, even the roof liner. And forget about subtle branding. Mansory logos are embroidered into the headrests, illuminated in the door sills, and etched into the carbon fiber trim. The steering wheel is completely redesigned, featuring carbon inserts, colored paddles, and even customizable LED lighting. The center console, which houses Ferrari's iconic drive mode switches and haptic touch controls, is now surrounded by sculpted carbon tunnels that look like the inside of a spacecraft. Rear passengers, too, are treated to opulence, heated and cooled bucket seats with massage functions, individual climate zones, and optional infotainment screens. This is a Ferrari that doesn't just thrill the driver, it pampers everyone on board. But we know what you're really here for: power. So let's pop the hood. Beneath that angry carbon cover is Ferrari's legendary F140IA V12. From the factory, it makes 715 horsepower and 528 pound-feet of torque. But Mansory isn't satisfied with enough. Through a combination of EQ recalibration, freer flowing intakes, and a completely new exhaust system, power jumps to an eye-watering 830 horsepower. That's right, 830 horses in an SUV. Let that sink in. 0 to 60 happens in a blistering 3.0 seconds flat, and the top speed stretches well past the 200 miles per hour barrier. And the sound, it's not just noise, it's a symphony of violence. The upgraded exhaust is valve controlled, with settings that range from aggressive to get ready for the cops. Rev it in race mode, and the Purosangue lets out a bark that echoes off buildings. On the highway, the V12 hums with menace. But plant your foot, and all hell breaks loose. The sound climbs in pitch and fury until it becomes mechanical opera, a scream of combustion, fury, and Italian pride. Handling is just as jaw-dropping. Thanks to Ferrari's adaptive suspension and Mansory's upgraded wheels and tire setup, the Purosangue corners with shocking agility for its size. The steering is razor-sharp, body roll is minimal, and the active anti-roll system does an incredible job keeping things flat through tight bends. On twisty mountain roads, the car shrinks around you. It dances. It carves. It attacks corners like a sports coupe, while still offering room for four in their luggage. And don't forget, it's all-wheel drive. That means grip for days, whether you're launching off the line or blasting through rain-slick pavement. Even the brakes have been upgraded. Massive carbon ceramic rotors clamped by 6-piston calipers bring this beast to a stop with brutal efficiency. The brake pedal feels firm and progressive, giving you the confidence to brake late and hard. In traffic, it's calm and composed. On the track, it's unrelenting. So who is this car for? It's not for the shy, that's for sure. The 2025 Mansory Ferrari Purosangue is a rolling statement. It's for those who want to be different. For those who believe that performance and luxury don't have to be quiet or conservative. It's for the enthusiast who's driven everything else and is still hungry for more. The kind of person who shows up to a supercar meet and doesn't want to blend in, they want to dominate the lot. There will be critics, of course. There always are with Mansory. Some will say it's too much. Too loud. Too flashy. That it ruins the elegance of Ferrari's original design. But let's be honest. This car was never meant for them. This isn't about subtlety. It's about expression. About pushing boundaries. About creating something that's part performance machine, part artwork, and part middle finger to conformity. And when you see it in the metal, when you hear that V12 scream, when you feel the suede and carbon beneath your fingers, when you launch from 0 to 60 in the kind of time that leaves sports cars in your rearview, you realize something. The 2025 Mansory Ferrari Purosangue isn't just a modified SUV. It's a new chapter in the book of performance luxury. One written in horsepower, carbon fiber, and unfiltered audacity. So there you have it. The wild, untamed, unapologetic Mansory Purosangue. Whether you love it or loathe it, one thing's for sure, you won't forget it. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what Mansory wanted. Thanks for riding with us on this deep dive. If you're into machines that break the mold and rewrite the rules, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Carbeats, and ring that bell so you never miss a ride this wild. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you daily drive a Mansory Purosangue, or is this overkill on wheels? We want to hear from you. Until next time, stay fast, stay bold, and keep chasing the beat of automotive passion.